Hello friends, welcome to this video series on factors and multiples. We are in part 2. In part 1 we had seen certain cases on factors wherein we learned how to find the sum of number of factors which are perfect square, which are perfect cube, which are multiple of a given number, then sum of such factors. So in this series we will continue with those concepts and we will learn some other type of cases which may appear in exam on factors and multiples. So now in this part, we'll see how to find the sum of reciprocal of a factor of any number. So let's start with an example here. Here n has been given as 2 cube into 3 square into 5. So what can we do? If we have to, if the question was just to find the sum of all the factors, then that would have been quite easy. 2 raised to power 0 plus 2 raised to power 1 plus 2 raised to power 2 plus 2 raised to power 3 into 3 raised to power 1 plus 3 raised to power 1 3 raised to power 2 into 5 raised to power 0 plus 5 raised to power 1. This would have been the summation had the question be just to find the sum of all the factors. But now the question is to find the sum of the reciprocal of on the factors of any number. So let that be given by s dash n. So that we can give as same 1 upon 2 raised to power 0 since we have to find the reciprocal 1 2 raised to power 2 1 upon 2 raised to power 3. Then this should be given as 1 upon 3 raised to power 0 plus 1 upon 3 raised to power 1 plus 1 upon 3 raised to power 2. This can be given as 1 upon 5 raised to power 0, 1 upon 5 raised to power 1. Now, first term if we see, first term the LCM of all the denominators is how much? 2 raised to power 3. So respective numerators would become here first term would be 2 raised to power 3. This will become 2 raised to power 2. Third is 2 raised to power 1. This is 2 raised to power 0. Second term, again the LCM would be 3 raised to power 2 and the terms respective would be 3 raised to power 2 plus 3 raised to power 1 plus 3 raised to power 0. Similarly, the third term LCM would be 5 raised to power 1 and respective parts would be 5 raised to power 0 plus 5 raised to power 1. Now if we see the numerator is what? If we can see numerator is nothing but th this term into this term into this term is nothing but this Sn. So can we not write this as Sn upon and 2 raised to power 3 into 3 raised to power 2 into 5 raised to power 1 is nothing but n, right? This is n here. So n. So hence it can be said if the question is to find the sum of reciprocal of the factor of any number, then that is nothing but the sum of the factors of the given number upon the number itself. This becomes the answer. Now if the another example we will see here n has been given as 2 raised to power 5 into 3 raised to power 6 into 5 raised to power 8. So what would be Sn dash directly if we can, so it would be 2 raised to power 0, 2 raised to power 1, 2 raised to power 2, 2 raised to power 3, 2 raised to power 5. Okay. Second term we can write as 1 upon 3 raised to power 0, 1 upon 3 raised to power 1, same as 1 upon 3 raised to power 6. Third term would be 1 upon 5 raised to power 0, 5 raised to power 8. And the fourth term would be 1 upon 7 raised to power 0, 1 upon 7 raised to power 1, same as 1 upon 7 raised to power 11. So this way, again, now if we take the LCM of respective terms, each of the term, we will get as nothing but Sn upon n, where Sn is the sum of the factors of this number and n is the number itself. So I hope this was fairly simple enough. Now we will go to some different case of the similar question wherein we are asked to find the sum of the reciprocal of all such factor which are perfect square. So n here is 2 square into 3 4 3 raised to power 4 into 5 raised to power 3 into 7 raised to power 5. Now, had the question been to find the sum of the factors which are perfect square, our approach would have been to write in this fashion. We will go for every prime number maximum up to the power it contains in the number. So in case of 5, we will go up to 5 raised to power 2. In case of 7, we will go up to 7 raised to power 0, 7 raised to power 2, 7 raised to power 4. Right. So this would have been the answer had the question been to find the sum of all the factors of the number which are perfect square. But the question is to find the sum of reciprocal of such factors. Though again on the similar lines as we did in the previous question, we can write the sum as 1 upon 2 raised to power 0 plus 1 upon 2 raised to power 2, then 1 upon 3 raised to power 0 plus 1 upon 3 raised to power 2, 1 upon 3 raised to power 4. This we can write as 1 upon 5 raised to power 0 plus 1 upon 5 raised to power 2. This we can write as 1 upon 7 raised to power 0 plus 7 raised to power 2 plus 1 upon 7 raised to power 4. Now if we take the LCM, again it becomes the same thing as in the previous question we saw. This becomes, the second term would be 3 raised to power 4 plus 3 raised to power 2 plus 3 raised to power 0, and here it LCM 3 raised to power 4 and 5 raised to power 0 plus 5 raised to power 2. Here it becomes 5 raised to power 2 and 7 raised to power 0 plus 7 raised to power 2 plus 7 raised to power 4. 7 raised to power 4 would be the, yeah. Now see what happens here. The numerator, can you see numerator is same as Sn here, right? Sn upon the denominator is what? 2 square into 3 4 into 5 square into 7 4. So 2 square into 3 4 into 5 square into 7 4. In this case, note that this is not same as the number itself. Number has different powers, this number has different power, but denominator is same as Sn, where Sn represents the sum of the factors which are perfect square, right? So this way we can calculate such questions. Now we will see another example wherein the question asks to find the sum of reciprocal of all factors of n which are perfect cube. So again on a similar lines what we can do now, had the question be to find the sum of all factors which are perfect cube, our approach would have been to 2 raised to power 0 plus 2 raised to power 3 into, in case of 3 we could have gone to 3 raised to power 0 plus 3 raised to power 3 plus 3 raised to power 6. We will take only those powers which are multiple of 3. Similarly in case of 5 we can write 5 raised to power 0, 5 raised to power 3, 5 raised to power 6. And in case of 7 we can write 7 raised to power 0, 7 raised to power 3, 7 raised to power 6 plus 7 raised to power 9, right? This would have been our answer had the question be just to find the sum of the factors which are perfect cube. But now the question says ki it's not perfect cube but the reciprocal of the factors which are perfect cube. So let Sn dash be same. We can write as 1 upon 2 raised to power 0 plus 1 upon 2 raised to power 3. Here it becomes 1 upon 3 raised to power 0 plus 3 raised to power 3 plus 3 raised to power 6. This is 1 upon 5 raised to power 0 plus 5 raised to power 3 plus 5 raised to power 6 and 1 upon 7 raised to power 0 plus 7 raised to power 3 plus 7 raised to power 6 plus 1 upon 7 raised to power 9. Right. Now if you take the LCM of different terms, what you will get as in numerator you will get Sn and denominator you will get 2 raised to power 3 into 3 raised to power 6 into 5 raised to power 6 into 7 raised to power 9. So this would be the required answer. where Sn represents the sum of all the factors which are perfect cube. So hope the concept you are getting, I mean how to proceed to such questions if you happen to find it across. Now this is another interesting question. I mean the question is ki find the reciprocal of all the factors which are odd or even. So see what we can do. Here n is 2 square into 3 into 5 square into 7. Now the question is find the sum of reciprocal of all such factors which are even number. Had the question been just to find the sum of factors which are even number, not reciprocal, I mean just the sum of the factors which are even number, then Sn we could have written as what, 2 raised to power 1 plus 2 raised to power 2. We need to have at least one power of 2 because the number has to be have even. And 3 can have all the power from 0 to 1, 5 can have all the power from 0 to 2, and 7 can have all the powers from 0 and 1. So this would have been the answer. But now since we are asked the reciprocal, we simply take the reciprocal of 2 raised to power 1, 1 upon 3 raised to power 0 plus 1 upon 3 raised to power 1, 1 upon 5 raised to power 0 plus 5 raised to power 1 plus 5 raised to power 2, and then 1 upon 7 raised to power 0 and 7 raised to power 1. Now if you take the LCM again we'll get the same thing. Like in numerator we'll get Sn, and denominator we will get 2 square into 3 into 5 square into 7, right? So what did we get? Here this number is same as the number here, right? So this way we can approach and solve the question. Now if the numbers are odd, so here the number is same as we had in the previous question. So we have to find the sum of reciprocal of all the factors which are odd number. Now imagine a question where the question was to find the sum of all the factors which are odd number, not the reciprocal, only the sum of the factors which are odd number. We would have approached like we cannot take any power of 2, so we will take the powers of 3 only, and then powers of 5, then powers of 7, right? So what becomes this? This would have been the answer. But now since the question is to find the sum of reciprocal of factors which are odd number, our approach would be just to take a reciprocal of each of the any given factors and sum the reciprocals. I think we have understood the concept. So now if we take the LCM and convert it into fraction, we again get the same thing. In numerator we get the sum of Sn, and numerator we get what, 3 raised to power 1 into 5 raised to power 2 into 7 raised to power 1. So this is our answer. Now next question on a similar lines. I mean if you have understood the concept, we can even solve this question without much effort. Here 2 raised to power 3, 3 raised to power 2 and 5 is the number. Now we have to find the reciprocal of factors which are multiple of 12. Now first assume ki what would have been the answer if the question was to find the sum of the numbers of some of the factors which are multiple of 12. So multiple of 12 means ki what we do? 12 is 2 square into 3. So we need to have at least, we need to have a power of 2 which is greater than equal to 2. So we will write 2 square into 2 cube. Then power of 3 at least greater than equal to 1. So 3 can have power 1 plus 3 raised to power 2, and 5 can have any power. There's no restriction on 5. So this would have been the answer. But now we are asked to find the sum of reciprocal of such factors. So what we do, we just take the reciprocal of each of the number and add it here. So if you take the LCM, again the answer would be Sn, this Sn upon denominator would be 2 raised to power 3 into 3 raised to power 2 into 5. Fine. See, you need to be careful. Denominator would not be same as the number itself in all the cases. In the first case, where the case was very simple, on the factors we have to find the reciprocal of those factors. The denominator was was same as the number. But other cases we need to be careful and we need to follow the approach and get to the answer, right? Hence, I have not prescribed formula anywhere except for the first case. Now, the question is find the sum of reciprocal of factors n which are has at least one trailing zero. So this is just, I mean, a language. At least one trailing zero means that number is, that factor is a multiple of 10, right? Any multiple of 10 will have at least one zero. So it's another way of saying ki find the reciprocal of factors which are multiple of 10. So let's see how to proceed this. Same as previous question. Now, had the question been to find the sum of the factors which are just a multiple of 10, our approach would have been what? 10 is 2 into 5. So if we were to find the sum of such factors, 2 can have all the power greater than equal to 1 up till 3. 2 raised to power 1, 2 raised to power 2 plus 2 raised to power 3. 3 can have all the powers from 0. There's no restriction on 3 from here. And in case of 5, it can have all the powers from 1. At least 1 it should be, because it has to be multiple of 10, and can go maximum up to 3. So 5 raised to power 1 plus 5 raised to power 2 plus 5 raised to power 3. So here it is. Again, this would have been the answer now, but our question says to find the reciprocal of such factors. So s dash n would be what? We just take the summation of reciprocal of each of the factors. If you take the LCM and convert it into fraction, you will get Sn, where Sn is this term upon what? 2 raised to power 3 into 3 raised to power 2 into 5 raised to power 3, right? So this would have been your answer. Now, so here we end the concept on the sum of the reciprocals of factor. Now we will move to a concept which is very important, and this is product of all the divisors or the factors of n. So our question is to find the fact all the factors of n is equal to 72. So can we write all the factors of 72? I mean, we had seen in our basic series how to factorize 72. I mean, how to write all the factors. So basically, 72 we can write as 1 into 72, 2 into 36, 3 into 24, then 4 into 18, 5 will not divide, 6 into 12, 7 will not divide, then 8 into 9. Now further the cases would repeat. So what are the factors? If we can write, factors would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. Then from now here we'll say 9, 12, 18. 24, 36, 72. And these are the factors, right? Now notice one thing. If you multiply the first term 1 with the last term, we get 1 into 72, which is 72. Multiplication is 72, right? Now if we multiply the second term with the second last term, 2 into 36, again we get the same multiplication, 72. Now we multiply the third term from beginning and third last term from the end. Again the multiplication 3 into 24 gives 72. Similarly, if we multiply the fourth term and fourth last term, we again get 72. So same way we can see this also 72 and this also 72. So now first of all the question is to find the multiplication of all these numbers, 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 6 into 8 into 9 into, but we know ki there's a pattern in this multiplication. So question was to multiply all this number. Now we can say ki the multiplication of two number is 72. So this multiplication would be how much? 72 raised to power 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Because we can rub the two terms from the first term and the last term and symmetric terms from beginning and end, and we can get 72, and there will be six such terms. So it is 72 raised to power 6. But now if you see, there is also a pattern here. Pattern is what? See, the pattern is ki 72 is a number, right? And 6 is what? How many factors do we have? I mean, if we can prime factorize this, we can get as 2 raised to power 3 into 3 raised to power 4. So Tn, which is number of factors, would be how much? How many? 3 plus 1 into 2 plus 1. So this we can get as 12 factors. So this 6 is just half of 12. So can we write the product of, sorry, product of pi represents product of all factors would be given by n, all factors of n would be given by n raised to power Tn by 2, where Tn is the number of factors of the n of n, right? So this is the generic formula we can derive, and hence this I have mentioned here. So this we can approach this way. Now again 36 we will see. So 36, first of all we can write as what? 2 raised to power 2 into 3 raised to power 2. So number of factors is what? Number of factor is 9. 3 into 3, 9. Now we need to find all the factors of 36. So again we can go like this: 1 into 36, 2 into 18, 3 into 12, 4 into 9, then 5 will not divide, then 6 into 6. So these are the factors. So the factors are what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Now 6 is same, we'll only write 1, 6, then 9, 12, 18, and 36. Now you see what happens. This one and this 70, 36 would give product of 36. Then this 2 and 18 would give 36. 3 and 12 would give 36. 4 and 9 would give 36. And this 6 remains in isolation. Okay. So what happens? In this case, the product of all factors would be n. N is 36 raised to power Tn by 2. What is Tn by 2 here? Tn by 2, 9 by 2. This we can write as 6 square into 9 by 2. So this becomes 6 raised to power 9. So this is the answer. using formula. But here also you can multiply 1 into 36, 2 into 18, 3 into 12, 4 into 9, and into 6. This would have got, I mean. So here it would have been 6 into 36 raised to power 4, which is same as 36 raised to power 9 by 2, which is same as 6 raised to power 9. Now, uh, this is fine. And from here we can further learn one more concept. When the number is a perfect square, the number of terms of those numbers is odd number. So when a number is a perfect square, the number of term would always be a odd number. Otherwise, for rest of the cases, the number of term is always even number. Always even number. Now we'll see another case. This is an interesting case where n is given as 72. So n is given as 72. We have to find the product of all the factors which are even. Now see, first of all, can we prime factorize this? This is 2 raised to power 3 into 3 raised to power 2, right? So if we, so what is the generally how can we write the factors? The generic expression would be 2 raised to power a into 3 raised to power b, where a would be less than equal to 0, I mean between 0 and 3, and b would be between 0 and 2. This would have been the general representation of any factor of this number 72. But now we have to consider upon those factors which are even, means multiple of 2. So let those factors be represented by f dash. So that we can write as 2 into 2 raised to power, let's say x, into 3 raised to power y. Now what would happen here? X can take what? Now 2 raised to power 1 we have taken out. So x can take a value of 0 to 2. Fine. Well, maximum it could go to 3. One power we have taken out, so it can go up to 0 to 2. And y can be again 0 to 2. So such factors, now this is what? 2 raised to power x into 3 raised to power y. So this is a general expression of such factors. All those factors which are even number. We have to find the product of this number, right? So this is a general, this is a general expression of a factor of any number which is of a form 2 raised to power 2 into 3 raised to power 2. This I have written from this constraint, right? So how many, what will be the number of terms of this number of, sorry, number of factors of this number? 3 into 3, which is 9, right? So, and the general factor would be of the original number n would have been like 72 times, say, p1 into 2 p2 into 2 p3 into 2 p4 up till 2 p9. We can have 9 factor only. We checked from here 9 factors. So this we can write as 2 raised to power 9 into p1 into p2 p9, right? And p1 to p9, this product we can get from here. This will be nothing but number itself n. N is what? 2 square. Uh, I mean n dash, we can n dash raised to power tn dash. So the n dash is 2 square into 3 square raised to power 9 by 2, right? And this multiply with this term. So final answer would have been 2 raised to power 9 into 2 square into 3 square into 9 by 2. This we can further simplify as 2 raised to power 9 into 2 raised to power 9 into 3 raised to power 9. So basically 2 raised to power 18 into 3 raised to power 9 would have been the answer. This appears to be a bit complicated, so we can further simplify this. This question we'll take at end. So another way to solve this question would have been to see, n we know 2 cube into 3 square, right? And the factor should be multiple of 2 to be even. So can we not straight away divide this by 2 to get this 2 into 3, 2 square into 3 square? Now how many factors does this number have? This has 3 into 3 9, and all the factors should be of the form 2x1, 2x2, 2x3, 2x9, same as what we did here. So we can write as 2 raised to power 9 into x1 into x2 into x3 x9. So 2 raised to power 9 into x1 to x9 multiplication would be what? Now question basically boils down to find the product of all the factors of this number. This number. So what would be the factor? The number itself into raised to power total number of factors by 2, that is 9 by 2. So same answer we would have got. I mean, this is also same approach. Why are we dividing here by 2? This we can explain from this side, right? So this another question of find the product of all factors of n which are odd, that we'll see in a later slide. Now we have to find the factors which are perfect square, product of all the factors which are perfect square. So n is given as 2 square into 3 raised to power 4 into 5 cube into 7 raised to power 4. We have to find the product of all the factors of perfect square. So see, I mean, try to understand the approach here. We can write n as what? 2 square raised to power 1 into 3 square raised to power 2 into 5 square raised to power 3 by 2 into 7 raised to power 5, 7 square raised to power 5 by 2. Now each of the term, let it be, say suppose each of this term within bracket, let it be a, b, c, d. That is a represents 2 square, b represents 3 square, c represents 5 square, d represents 7 square. Fine. So now the new term becomes n dash, which is same as n, but here what we will do, a raised to power 1 into b raised to power 2 into c raised to power 3 by 2, but we will ignore the zero point 0.5 part. So it becomes c raised to power 1 into d raised to power, it is 2.5. We will ignore the decimal part, we will keep the integer. Why are we ignoring the decimal 0.5? Because we need to be concerned with the power of highest power of square, I mean 2 which can go. So highest power of 2 which can go in this is only 1, right? Here also it can go up to 2 only. So that is why we ignore the other decimal part. Now this is fairly simple now. So if the question was to find the product of factors of this new number n dash, so product of factors would have been simple. N dash raised to power number of terms. Number of terms is what? 3 into 2 into 3 into 3 into, start from left hand side rather, 2 into 3 into 2 into 3, right? This 2 here, 3 2 3 by 2. So basically it means we are writing n dash is what? N dash is a raised to power 1, that is 2 square into b square, right? That is 3 square. Here it is 5 square. Here it is 7 square, right? Raised to power, this becomes 18. Sorry, this is a raised to power 1, no? N dash is a 1 into b square into c into d square raised to power 18. So this becomes 4, 5 square. This becomes 7 raised to power 4. Okay. We just put these values of a1, a, b, c, d. So we get the product of factors, which is 2 square into 3, 4 raised to power 4 into 5 raised to power 2 into 7 raised to power 4 raised to power 18. So approach is to I mean, if we have to find the perfect square or product of the factors which are perfect square, we will try to convert n into such form where each of the prime numbers represent a perfect square number. This concept would be more clear if we see another example. Like if we see an example where n is given as 2 raised to power 5 into 3 raised to power 6 into 5 raised to power 8 into 7 raised to power 11. We have to find the product of factors which are perfect cube. So approach would be something like this. We will try to rearrange this as 2 raised to power 3 into 5 raised to power 3. Then 3 raised to power 3 into what? This would become 2. Then 5 raised to power 3 into this would become 8 by 3. And 7 raised to power 3 and this would become 11 by 3. Right. So now what would happen? 5 by 3. We can write this as A, the terms in bracket B, C, D. So where A is equal to nothing but 2 raised to power 3, B is equal to 3 raised to power 3, C is equal to 5 raised to power 3, and D is 7 raised to power 3. Right. So would be n dash would be A raised to power, now 5 by 3 is 1.66 something. We will ignore the decimal part for the reason I told in the just previous example, because we have because 2 raised A raised to power 1.33, 1.66. So we need, because we have to at least have a power of 3, and in decimal we cannot have a power of 3, that we are going to ignore. So that is why we write A raised to power 1 into B raised to power 2 into C raised to power 8 by 3 is 2 point something, so we write C square, and D raised to power 3. So here the product would be how much? N dash itself raised to power number of factor of this. What would be number of factor of this Tn dash? Tn dash would be how much? Tn dash would be 2 into 3 into 3 into 4. So this becomes 6, 18, 72. Right. So number would be n dash is A raised to power 1, that is 2 raised to power 3, into B raised to power 2, I mean that is 3 raised to power 6. Then C square, that becomes 5 raised to power 6. And here it becomes 7 raised to power. This is D cube. So D cube means 7 raised to power 9 raised to power Tn dash में 72 by 2 is 36. So this is your answer. Now we'll see into find the product of factors of n which are multiple of 12. So n is given as 2 raised to power 3 into 3 raised to power 2 into 5. We saw that case where we have to find similar question. We have to solve similar question to find the product of factors which were even number, means multiple of 2. So here the number is multiple of 12. 12 which 2 raised to power 2 into 3 is equal to 12. So can we directly divide n by 12 as we did in that question? So it would become 2 into 3 into 5. So now on the factors of this number, I mean, what would be the product of such factors? That will be 12x1 into 12x2 into 12x 3 into 12x4, such that how many terms? Number of terms would be from here. This equation Tn dash would be how much? 2 into 2 into 2, 8. So it will go up to 12x8, right? So it becomes 12 raised to power 8 into x1 into x2 into x3 x8, where x1 x2 x3 till x8 are the factors of this number. Remember, 2 into 3 into 5. So it becomes 12 raised to power 8 into product of factor is given by the number itself raised to power number of terms by 2, 8 by 2, 4. So this is your answer. So, and another example we will take, which we had left here. The question was to find the product of all factors of n which are odd. So example is to find n is equal to 72. We have to find the product of such factors which are odd. So what can we write? N 72 is 2 raised to power 3 into 3 raised to power 2. So for odd, we need not consider the even numbers. So our n dash becomes 3 square, right? So product of factors would be how much? Product of such factors would be n dash raised to power number of terms. Number of terms is how much? 3 by 2. N dash is 3 square. 3 square raised to power 3 by 2. That is 3 raised to power 3. 27 is the answer. So simple concept is, since we have to find the product of odd numbers, we should not have any power of 2 here. We ignore 2. So that what the number becomes 3 raised to power 2. Now the fact on the possible factors of this number, the multiplication of those would be given by 3 square into raised to power number of terms by 2, number of factors by 2. So this is 27. So this is the on about the factors and multiples. Now there are some other further advanced concepts which we learn into the further video series. Hope this video was useful to you. If you have any query, you can post that in comment box. Thanks for watching this video.